Today I'm talking about the American actor, singer and dancer Michael Jackson, who tragically died at the age of 50. So let's plunge right in. Michael Jackson was an American dancer, actor and singing superstar. He was known as the King of Pop. Michael Joseph Jackson was born in Gary, Indiana on the 29th of August 1958 to Joseph Jackson and Katherine Jackson. They were a working-class African-American family and they lived in a two-bedroom house on the aptly named Jackson Street, number 2300. Michael was the 8th child of 10 children. There was Rebby, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Latoya, Marlon, Brandon, who was Marlon's twin who died shortly after birth, Michael, Randy and Janet. That must have been warm and cosy. No fear of feeling lonely. And here is the house. This photo shows the siblings apart from Jermaine, who isn't in it. Front from left is Janet, Randy, Latoya and Rebby. Back from left is Jackie, Michael, Tito and Marlon. Music was in the family. His mother Katherine played the piano and clarinet and worked part-time in the department store Sears. She was a Jehovah's Witness. His father Joe was a former boxer and a crane operator at US Steel. He played the guitar with a rhythm and blues band called the Falcons. Joe saw talent in his children and so he put his 3 eldest sons, Jackie, Tito and Jermaine, together and named the band the Jackson Brothers in 1964. By 1966, sons Marlon and Michael joined and the band was renamed the Jackson 5. Joe was their manager throughout these early years and during their huge success. Michael then began his solo career in 1971. He proved to be an innovative artist. Instead of doing an ordinary video for his songs, he made short films with storylines. Probably the best of these was his 1983 Thriller video. It was directed by movie director John Landis. The actor Vincent Price is the narrator. He danced with zombies and Ola Ray while singing the song Thriller. Jennifer Beals, the star of the 1983's movie Flashdance, was offered the role but turned it down. A couple of interesting facts are Miko C. Brando, the son of actor Marlon Brando, appears in Thriller. He is a man in the movie theatre. He is sitting in a seat below Michael eating popcorn. He was also a bodyguard for Michael. One of the zombies, Greg Canham, won an Oscar in 2019 with 2 colleagues in the Best Makeup and Hairdressing category for their work on the movie Vice. The album Thriller is the best-selling album of all time with sales of around 70 million copies worldwide. Another highlight of his career was making a particular dance well known and naming it Moonwalk, which he performed to the track of Billie Jean on the television programme Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, Forever, in 1983. It was known as the backslide. Michael didn't invent it. Actor, singer and dancer Cab Calloway was performing the dance move in the 1930s. The dance in the music video Smooth Criminal was unforgettable too. Trained dancers could achieve a 25 to 30 degree of forward bending, while Michael achieved a 45-degree slant. The secret was he had a V-shaped slit in the bottom of each heel of his shoes that slotted onto a strong nail on the floor, which gave him the ability to lean further forward than gravity allows. Michael purchased Sycamore Valley Ranch from property developer William Bone in 1988, which he renamed Neverland Ranch. He named it Neverland after the fantasy island that is in the children's book Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. It is located at 5225 Figueroa Mountain Road, Los Olivos in Santa Barbara County in California. He lived there until 2005 but still owned it until his death in 2009. Michael first became aware of the property when he and Paul McCartney filmed the Say 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 music video in 1983. The ranch is approximately 2,700 acres. Michael constructed an amusement park on the grounds and there was also a zoo. It had 3 railroads and there was a steam locomotive named Katherine after his mother. Among the amusements were a Ferris wheel, a carousel, a roller coaster, pirate ship and bumper cars. Bubbles, a chimpanzee born in 1983, was one of Michael's pets. He travelled with him and was his companion, but by 2003 he was matured and unsuitable for a pet. He was first sent to an animal trainer, and then he was sent to the Center for Great Apes, which is a sanctuary in Florida. He has lived there since 2005, and at the time of this recording he is still alive and is now 38 years old. Billionaire Ronald Burkle, a friend of Michael's, bought the ranch in 2020 for $22 million. Michael married Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of Elvis Presley, in 1994. It lasted for a year and a half. In 1996 he married Debbie Rowe, a dermatology assistant. Their children, Michael Jackson Jr., known as Prince, was born on the 13th of February 1997, and Paris Michael Katherine Jackson was born on the 3rd of April 1998. Debbie and Michael divorced in 1999, and Michael gained sole custody of the children. Prince Michael Jackson founded a charity called Heal Los Angeles. It assists disadvantaged young people to access education and live a healthy lifestyle. Paris Jackson has gone into the world of modelling and acting, and is in a musical duo called the Soundflowers. The late movie star Elizabeth Taylor was Prince's and Paris's godmother. Home Alone star Macaulay Culkin is their godfather. Michael's third child was born on the 21st of February 2002. His mother is an unnamed surrogate. I always feel sad about that. I think Michael should have found someone, a friend or an acquaintance, to be his third child's mother. It is always reported that Debbie Rowe is the mother of the first two, and then it's just a surrogate mother for the third child. He was named Prince Michael Jackson II, but was known as Blanket. Apparently after years of bullying, he now goes by the name Biggie, or it could be Bigi. It's B-I-G-I, so I'm not sure how it's pronounced. In 2009, Michael was millions of dollars in debt and had lots of lawsuits for various reasons that were going to have to be dealt with in the near future. He was therefore forced to go out on tour again to earn money. The This Is It tour was announced. Michael was going to perform 50 shows at the O2 Arena in London, England, beginning in July 2009 and ending in March 2010. However, it was never meant to be. Even if he lived, it is questionable if he had been able to have performed all 50 concerts. He was an unwell man. He was suffering from lupus and had scarring in his lungs because of it. He was also affected with the skin disease, vitiligo. This causes skin to lose its pigment. This is why Michael had paler skin in later life. With the combination of lupus and vitiligo, Michael's skin would have been very sensitive to light, hence the reason he started using umbrellas when he was outside. In 1984, Michael was burned when fireworks special effects set his head on fire when he was performing his song Billie Jean for a Pepsi commercial. This accident led him taking painkillers, and it started a painkiller addiction. In 1999, Michael was again injured while on stage. This time he was in Germany at the Munich Olympic Stadium performing Earth Song. The suspended bridge he was standing on smashed into the floor. According to his autopsy report, he was suffering from osteoarthritis, which can be triggered by an injury. So Michael probably developed it from this accident. Again, he would have been suffering from pain and needed pain relief. One of the drugs Michael was taking was Demerol, which is used for pain relief and is a form of medical morphine. Also during his autopsy, the stimulant drug ephedrine was found, which he was probably taking to help him perform his rehearsals for the upcoming tour. However, the drug that proved his downfall was propofol. He used it to get to sleep, even though it is a very powerful drug that is used in hospitals to put patients under general anaesthesia for operations. In his residence at 100 North Carrollwood Drive, Los Angeles, throughout the early hours of the 25th of June 2009, Michael's doctor, Dr. Conrad Murray, gave him benzodiazepines, but they failed to make him sleep. So finally, at approximately 10 a.m, the doctor gave him a dose of propofol. Later, Murray went in to check on him and discovered that he wasn't breathing. He performed CPR on Michael while he was still on the bed, but there was no response, so he called 911 at 12:22 p.m. Paramedics arrived and did more CPR on the singer, but they didn't succeed in getting a response either. He was taken from his rented mansion to the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center and was pronounced dead at 2:26 p.m. Here is the garage of the house. Michael's cause of death was a cardiac arrest brought on by the propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication. Conrad Murray was charged with involuntary manslaughter. The trial began on the 27th of September 2011, and Murray was eventually found guilty and he lost his medical license. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison and was incarcerated in the Los Angeles County Jail. He was released early on the 28th of October 2013 because of good behaviour and due to prison overcrowding. Murray maintained he didn't give Michael Jackson the dose of propofol that killed him. He stated Michael was in withdrawal from Demerol and that's why he couldn't get to sleep after taking the benzodiazepines. He admitted he administered a small amount of propofol but claimed that when he was out of the room, Michael injected himself with the dose of propofol that killed him because Murray wouldn't give him the dose he had asked for. A memorial was held on the 7th of July 2009 at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. It had an audience of about 2.5 to 3 billion people watching it on TV and streaming devices. Jennifer Hudson, Mariah Carey, Lionel Richie and Stevie Wonder performed at the memorial service. Michael's tomb is at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, South Glendale Avenue, Glendale, Los Angeles, California. His plot is in the Great Mausoleum in the Holly Terrace, in the Sanctuary of Ascension section. It is not accessible to the general public. It was so tragic, wasn't it, when he died? He was amazing. I loved watching him sing and dance. So if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe and press the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.